Hey, you ready to do more Cadillac stuff today?
Yeah.
Me too. So yeah, it's back under the carport after it's a little, a little bit. I know what it needs and what I want to do, and I splurged on rockauto a little bit, found a few things, and
To go in the tunnel.
okay. Well, we're gonna see how many parts we can put on it. If you're wondering, yes, it does have a 3-inch lift, and I would have made a video about how to install that, but I'm not really qualified, so I just didn't. Yeah, don't try this at home, kids. So here we go. We got some rockauto goodies. Yes. Got fuel pump. Oh, a magnet. Bronco. Nice. And what else? Idler pulley. And we also have exhaust manifold gaskets. Oh, 2 magnets. New Yorker and a Roadrunner. Or a satellite, whichever. Look at that. Just found my next dad vehicle. Alright, last one. Ooh, lots of hockey stuff. Belt. Yeah, nothing special, but Polara. That's kind of a rare car. I've always kind of wanted one of these. Maybe that's the next dad vehicle. One more thing I had to come in the garage for. We got a new starter too. This is the high torque starter, I think they call it. Anyway, it's for a 95. They give you this nice little dyno sheet for your starter too, with all these specs and stuff. I don't even know what this means, but it looks fancy. So yeah, going under here, today's goal is to kind of make the engine a little more gooder than it is now. So yeah, looking here, you can see the exhaust manifold gasket, well, the header gasket is poop in a couple spots. The belt is also poop. Can't really tell by looking, but the idler pulley is poop, I know that for sure. And the compressor pulley is also poop, but I decided to not buy a new compressor because we have bigger fish to fry financially, and nor did I want to buy a bypass pulley, because eventually I do want to put AC in this car. Also, the starter is poop because it was a junkyard unit I pulled like 3 years ago, and it's always been just good ever since then, but now it's less gooder because it starts slower and it draws a crap ton of power, and I really don't want to ruin this nice fancy new battery just yet. Yeah, look at that. I do want to tidy up the cables, run them a little better, and also all of the engine bay wiring too. Just take it apart, relume it, get rid of any wires that aren't hooked up to anything anymore. You know, just tidy it up, make it look semi-professional. Also, another addition to this video, this car is kind of crap, so I'm gonna take this off because the accelerator pump doesn't work, and I honestly just don't like this brand anyway. I don't know about the brand or if it's just this one in particular, but I'm just not a fan of it. So I'm gonna pull it off, put on a donor Holly, courtesy of the Dodge truck that's in the backyard that needs an engine rebuild. So it's not doing any good there, but it'll do good here. Also, give me a good excuse to come back in here and hook up some official throttle linkage and bracketry and springetry, all this stuff, make it look nice, and even hook up the TV cable for the transmission so it shifts correctly. On the test drive, it shifted fine on its own, but in the wrong spots, so I manually shifted it to make it shift properly. But hooking that TV cable up will help with that, plus it won't burn up the transmission when it's hooked up correctly. Really, that's what happens whenever you're driving these things with that TV cable either not hooked up or hooked up incorrectly, is that the transmission can't do the right things it's supposed to do, and it will burn itself up. So I'm just going to try to prevent that from happening. First, let's decorate the fridge real quick. Yeah. Oh, missed. There we go. 3 out of 4 ain't bad. Auto clipping sauce had to layer down. Again. There we go. Another little sticker collection too, might I add. The belt's routed exactly where it should be. It's around all the pulleys and where it goes, but no problem. That's not supposed to do that. I think it's routed right. It's gotta be. But yeah, I must have clicked on the wrong auto link. Well, let's see how bad we messed up. Something wrong. That's the new one. Old one here. Tight. And pulling it tight. Great. Time to run to O'Reilly's, I guess. So now we will see how many different sizes of hardware is holding those headers on. Well, that actually wasn't too bad. Just a bunch of 10 mils and 1 9/16 that I can only get with the open end. So, turn it little by little. It's the next day. I'm at the junkyard. B-52 is about to fly over. And I think I know why I got the wrong belt. So I found a potentially good compressor to use. And I noticed it had a little bit of extra junk underneath it. The smog pump. So might have got one with for a smog pump truck, which I do not have, but this has, and it's obviously a longer belt, so I think that's where I went wrong. Let's do a test real quick. Oh yeah, that's so much better. Well, it looks like we're getting this compressor, and hell, it might actually work because everything is still hooked up as far as I know. It doesn't look that old, and which I really don't care if it's good or not. I'm just using it for the pulley. Sometimes you can tell if there's a chance that the AC worked, judging by how clean the inside of a truck is, but I don't know, this one doesn't really say anything, but that's interesting. No, officer, I just can't find my keys or my title. You got a couple of goodies. Got a compressor, got a battery, and found a quadrojet. Walked by the 76 C10 that was, you know, just still chilling on top, not attached to anything. Said, I mean, might be nice to have on that thing. Save a little gas, you know. Plus, I have a rebuild kit for it. I've had for 5 years and no reason to use it until now. YouTube Studio, engage. So I don't remember where I left off because it's been like 2 days since I've been out here, but now working on throttle cable, kick down cable, linkage, and all that stuff. And I had to custom make a bracket. Well, it's a OEM bracket, but I had to modify it because this intake is some Edelbrock aftermarket intake that I got in a package deal essentially. So a stock bracket will not work right there where it's supposed to go. So this right here is a stock truck style throttle cable bracket. That's the word I'm trying to look for. And here's how it fits. Let me switch around. Okay. So it's supposed to fit like on that back loop, or on that back bolt hole, and right there, but it hits the intake. So I cannot use that. So what I had to do is modify a truck one, because apparently this is what this is already. I thought it was a factory one to this Cadillac because all of the cables bolt in, or they work on this. So I thought it was the OEM one, but turns out it was also a truck bracket. It's the same everything. But what I essentially did was I had to flip this from here to here so it faces the other way. Drill 2 holes because one hole is wrong and the second one is right. And I had to bend this part a lot. So I'm gonna try to do it side by side. So yeah, you can see how much I had to like bend it, tweak it, and straighten it out and all that. So now it kind of works. And this is just for my applications. Yours might be different. You might could use the stock truck bracket if you don't have an aftermarket intake like I do, but that's how she goes. Wait, that's how she goes. Because this hole is too close to this and it interferes with the kick down cable linkage. So that's why I had to drill a second one. This third one is the one that's already there. But instead of going on the far back bolt, it goes on the one that is the second farthest back. So yeah, that's how that's gonna work. Oh, there she is, all buckled up. Real nice and tight. It ain't going anywhere. And well, let's hope that this clears, honestly. Oh yeah, there we go. And it might actually hook up. Neat. So onto the throttle cable. Kind of a story behind that. So this is the original Cadillac throttle cable right here. As you can see, it's up against the firewall. Well, not even, but it does not reach the bracket. So what I had to do was go part shopping in my 95 to get a longer throttle cable bracket. And the glorious thing about GM is from 84 to 95, at least from 84 to 95, these brackets, or these cables, not brackets, these cables have the exact same, there it is, sorry, the exact same thing that goes into the fucking firewall. Fuck, I can't talk. So just plug that right in there. Now go inside, hook it up, and we might have a gas pedal. Well, it's almost the final product. I finished the throttle linkage, return springs, vacuum hoses are hooked up, no spark plug wires are loose. Everything is kind of buttoned up for now. I'm ready to start it. Battery's connected. Let's see what it do. Oh, keys on. There's fuel in the fuel bowl. Well, not bowl, filter. Alright, fired. Little pump. Come on, you. Timing not right. Oh, it's flooded. Super flooded. I can smell it. Took way too long to figure it out, but it runs. After about 30 minutes of starting and it just dying immediately. It wasn't out of gas or anything. Just kidding, it actually was out of gas. Now it's time to play with it, give it a fine tuning and see what we come up with. Whatever it is. It took long enough, but we may finally have a drivable car. A little bit of a splutter. Might just be cold. I'm gonna go with that. I'm just gonna go with that's cold. There's a second gear at a whopping 15 miles an hour. Move, dog. Get. Yeah, I don't have a windshield washer, so this will do. But she is driving. She is shifting good. I have a cracked door, so it's a little noisy. Plus that exhaust. Now howdy, neighbor. Doing good so far. I feel like I'll do a lot better after it warms up. I did switch air cleaner since last test drive, so hopefully the new one doesn't make a difference because the new one is the permanent one. But yeah, let's go this way. I think it shifts kind of early for my liking, to be honest. But it doesn't feel rough or too soft. Give that muffler a chance, but I might change it, to be honest. It's really drony as hell, even with turn downs. Pipes might help, but I think they'll still drone through the pipes. Alright, let's go to a full stop and see what it does. Simulating a red light. A little bit of a sputter. I wonder what that could be. Accelerator pump probably needs to be adjusted some. Maybe more fuel pressure. Go for a first gear giving her, see how she do. Not too bad. And the throttle's stuck again. Yeah, aside from a sticky throttle, it's okay. Oh. Good thing it got good brakes and a neutral. It literally just unstuck itself. Okay. I think I should have did that from the get-go. Well, I say it undid itself. It's still there. I haven't touched it, but I don't know what the deal is. think I need more springs. More return springs? I don't know. I didn't like the way it felt before, so I unhooked one of the two. Maybe hook it back up. Fuck. Maybe it needs 2 turn springs. Round 2, screw it. Goes in reverse pretty smoothly. Alright, 2 throttle return springs. I definitely don't really care for how it feels, but it feels a little more secure. So maybe that'll keep it from running away on me. Okay, round 2, straight into the sun at first. But now let's not. Hey, no hanging. Not yet, at least. It was a really good one too. Okay, maybe I need 2 springs. Even though I don't like how it feels. Or maybe I just got lucky. I don't know. Slowest windows ever. Maybe I can let some of them fumes out. It's pulling really good though. Alright, stop sign, round 2. Oh, what the gas gauge doing though? I hope it ain't accurate. Well, I wonder if I can call this a success. You know what? I will. It didn't die. I didn't wreck. And it didn't catch on fire. Sick.